everybody, welcome to episode 51. Just starting the week off. It's something longer than normal, so I'm in the 6-door, the Daimler that we bought. So we used this for going to the match on Saturday night. It was the Gateshead football club. We sponsor them. So if you ever see them on the telly, or if they're on the telly, I don't even know if they're on the telly. If you ever watch any of their matches, you'll see us on the sleeve and you'll see us around their pitch. Our logo. So we went to their match, which was the Newcastle United versus Gateshead. So it was at the Gateshead Stadium. So we went down there. There was 8 of us went, and we took this Daimler as our travel. So Jimmy's fighting in 2 weeks' time, so he wasn't drinking, he was sensible. So then he done the driving, and when he was driving, I don't know how he got in his head, but he even wore the hat. This doesn't fit on my head at all. So Jimmy was an awesome chauffeur. He took us from there. The car got plenty of good looks, and then we went from there. We went to Newcastle, had a few drinks there, and then we headed home about 11 o'clock. And then, because it was already, this is outside the garage, I had left my car in the garage rather than taking the truck out and everything. I then just used this yesterday. So I went for some lunch in Newcastle on the quayside, ended up taking the 6-door. It's a bit awkward to park, but actually it's so big and it looks like a wedding car, so I think people don't question it when it's parked up just randomly. So I used it yesterday, and I've just come to work another day. I think it'll get put back away until the next event, which will be Jimmy's fight. So I'm saying the downside of this is we're currently doing 5.5 miles per gallon. So it's slightly worse on fuel than the tractor unit. So it'll probably get more fuel coming out the Renault Magnum. But it's a funny car to drive, gets loads of looks. I think people are, they must think a wedding on it, this time of night. If you drive around at night time, it's funny. We're literally just pulling up the valley now, so I'm slightly later than normal. It's 8:30 in the morning on a Monday. So everyone will be working by the time I get there. I just want to see what's going on, see what the plan is for the day. Gary's normally got a good plan in place before I get there anyway. Everything's all booked in weeks in advance. All the parts will be there hopefully. And we'll just have to see how we get on today. Hopefully Eddie B will be in. And we'll get a little walk around the garage, see what's going on. And we'll also need to start on the other channel, which is going to be the taxi. So just doing interviews, local people who do good things, people who haven't done good things. So we're going to use a taxi, but now I've drove this for a couple of days. I honestly think that this thing in the back of here, this would be an awesome interview setup. Which obviously it's so big, it's like going into your living room. So we'll see you later on. Thanks for watching this morning. Hope you had a great weekend.
Bloody hell, Ed. Crikey. Never scared people that. 51 this one, isn't it? So 52 minus 51. Tell you what, one more might be gonna some gun that there. Yeah. Hello everybody. Let's see what's on the go. Yeah. Bit of an upside down day today, but never mind. Let's see what is occurring. Oh, Jeb's back. Hey, here's a blast from the past. Yeah. Yeah. Right, I'm trying to think what is what. Yes. Right, so start here, or do I start? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll do this one. So, C4 Picasso on a 66 plate. So, anybody that remembers, so when we talk about EGR and exhaust clean, etc., Citroen did a little bit of an interim, if you like. So a lot of the modern day stuff's AdBlue, but this one's got both on. So it's got both an AdBlue tank, which is underneath here, Ed. Yeah, but it's also got the the fluid that I used before that was called Helios. I remember referred to as Helios. So there's the tank behind there. Okay. So this one's got a little bit of a, anybody that knows Citroens will know this one's got both on, AdBlue tank and Helios tank. And this one needs filling up. These are a bit of a bugger on, to be honest, because the stuff. I mean, I've got some on my finger there. It's horrible stuff. It's different to AdBlue, but you fill the tank up just by gravity. Whereas with AdBlue, as you know, you can fill them up pretty much easily because they've got a filler on. Whereas these don't. You have to gravity feed them through one of the inputs. So we've filled the tank up, as you can see. I mean, because we've had to clean the floor because it's a messy process. That's the other thing why AdBlue's a lot easier as well, because that's just a mess on. You know, it gets covered all over, and you've got to gravity feed it. So this is some of the stuff here, which has already got onto it, and literally you gravity feed it through the pipe. So that's done now. So we just need to reset the counters on that one, and hopefully that one's fixed, because I know the customer's desperate for to get that one back. So that one's hopefully not far away. Audi Quattro, again a few visits ago. This one had a coolant pump on. It's back to date. It's got a little bit of a coolant leak from somewhere else. But on these again, so rather than being a pipe with a hose clip, the pipes are a snap fix with an O-ring in and a clip on, and it's leaking from that one. But there's not much you can do with them. I mean, if it was a conventional rubber pipe, you would take it off, put a new clip on, put it back on. But with that, you can't really do much with them. So we've took it off, put a new O-ring in. It hasn't worked. So I'm waiting on the availability of the pipe from that, which will be TPS Audi. We might miss the cut-off. Hopefully get that for tomorrow, but let's just wait. We're just waiting for bits. The infamous Jeb is back in town. Yeah, probably getting Paul on camera. Stop that. Probably getting Paul to finish off what he forgot to last time. What's the list like today, Paul? Is it a 1 page, 2 page?
Just a half a page.
Just a half a page.
Well, electrically it's half.
Yeah. So how many things are on the list?
5.
5 things for you.
3 mechanical.
So there's 5 things for you, 3 mechanical. You'll probably finish that September-ish. Yeah, with a bit late September. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so as you know, Jeb's had a lot of stuff, but it's just a snagging list. Little bits and pieces like electrical stuff not working. I think we had a problem with the heater and whatever. So Paul's cracking on with that. But it's up and running now. It's being used. Gavin's been using that. So yeah, that's in for that. Josh had just started this one. It got recovered as last week, but we've only just managed to start looking at it today as a non-start. Any look? Any clues? Yeah, so he's just doing a fault read on it now. So hopefully we'll know what's going on with them with that one. Does it start, Josh? Or is it just cranking? Starting cutting out, yeah. I think when we tried to get it started around the corner, they were saying that there was quite a bit of smoke from the turbo. I'm wondering if there's maybe some blocks, DPF, turbochargers maybe seized. If you remember, a little bit like the one Ken was doing here a few days ago, very, very similar engine on that one, so maybe something along the same lines. Yeah, okay with that. The lovely little van there. So this one's got to go back to, is it booked in Ford yet, Paul, or not? He's going to do all that, yeah. So if you remember, it was in. He was complaining about non-start, but he's actually had word in between us looking at it now from Ford saying there's a recall on it for a non-start problem. But the other thing is there's a bit of a concern about the battery as well, which he's found out as well. So Paul's put a battery on it today, which is a little bit of wasn't in for that, but so the customer has requested a battery. Battery's on now. We'll leave it inside for tonight, and then Andy's going to take that back to the customer tomorrow. Then you book it in Ford, and they'll have a look at that. So that is that one. Was this one in bits the last time? I can't remember. No, it wasn't. So fumes in the cab, and it had a drive shaft failure on it. We'll come round this way because Andy's got a bit on the go there. I've never seen this since I've been here 2 years, and we do a lot of these. But it's got a failed drive shaft on the offside, which is the longer one of the two. But you can probably hear that. Yeah. and it's clicking on rotation, so the joints failed on it. Drive shafts out, new ones there. We're also putting some gaskets and clamps and whatever on the crossover pipe, which is getting as well. Car's stripped and bits just ready to go back together. But again, we're trying to factor into the schedule and trying to get back as quickly as possible, of course, but as right as possible. So that one's going back together. I'll let you go on through it because there's a bit on the go here. Mazda, there's a TSB, technical services bulletin. I'm not going to interrupt Andy because I mean he's in the middle. It's a big job this. So it's a twin turbo. The technical services bulletin. You had to check the impeller on the turbo. Sure enough, this one had gone. So it's the turbocharger's back on it now. But you can see, I mean, you know what? I remember years ago putting a turbo on was a little hour's job. But look, you know, underneath there, bottom arms are off it, subframes there. Like I said, it's a big turbo. It all comes to packaging, you know. When you look at the way vehicles are put back together, they're packaged really, really well. But it does, you know, there's quite a bit there. Do you want to have a look underneath there and just show everybody what's involved in stuff like this? You know, I mean, you can just see there. Probably.
Turbos in the base. If you
Yeah,
have a look.
yeah, all that. This is the you know. But again, so this is your twin turbo setup. Like most twin turbo setups, you've got a small and a large one. Lots of different referrals back to them. You know, you've got the soft, but there's a low compression, a high compression turbo, but a typical twin setup. But that there is just up the back there where Ed's just showed you there, so you can see that the packaging's very, very good. But it just makes life difficult, you know. There's a lot of work to put in turbos on. I mean, as you can see, there's subframes off, DPFs off, pretty much on the floor. You know, all the they take a bit of doing, but nothing we're not frightened of. So that's the old one there. Yeah, there we go. So Andy's off for a couple of days. So again, we'll do our best to get that one finished today before he leaves. It's not imperative, but you know, if with stuff like that, we do like to try and get them finished by one technician, because as you can see, there's a lot comes off and then a lot go back on, and sometimes it's just difficult to follow somebody on a job like that. But yeah, there we go. And the car park is fairly empty for a change, because we've got Callum on holiday. Like I say, couple of bits and pieces going on, but we've already had the BMW, Mercedes, 2 Mercedes. So we've already had 5 cars collected this morning or today before we've done this. So the car park's relatively empty compared to what it was. Taxi, you know about. Ford Ranger. When we talk about patterns and repetition, engine management lights on because it's got a glow plug fault. Which they are common for. It's also got a snap rear leaf spring, excuse me, which they're common for. I think you can probably look there, it's leaning over to one side. Front brake pad wear, which is, you know, wear and tear run-of-the-mill stuff. And also it split the flexi pipe, and where the flexi pipe on the exhaust split, it's next to the harness, so the heat from that has caused a little bit of damage, but we'll be able to repair that. We'll fix that when we'll put it back together. But again, that one there, you know, as I say, rear leaf spring, glow plugs. Glow plugs take about half a day to put in on them. They're not easy to do. Front pads and discs. So you know, there's a bit of a repair bill on it. We're waiting for the owner, so the customer, to come back to us to authorise it. Parts are on their way. Our parts are in. Parts are ready to be pulled in. We've pre-spec them, spec ordered them. That we just need the odd from the nod to our supplier to get them across. Then we'll get on with that. But as I say, there's a bit to do on it. OU11, that's just waiting to be picked up. That's done and dusted. We know about that one. The Smart IT van, again, we've got a problem ongoing with that, which we're factoring, trying to get the bottom of. A little bit of a troublesome one. You get them, you know, I say it every now and again, you get them. But we're trying to get the bottom of that one. Bears we know about. This one's been in for an MOT test. Straightforward MOT. I'm very sure For a 12-plate car, it was very, very clean. Yeah. I mean that's passed with no advisories. The Volkswagen Audi group stuff tend to be fairly good if they're well maintained. Astra, this one here has got the 1.4 engine in. Very, again, when we talk about repetition, you know, commonalities if you like, it's got a map sensor fault, and it's also got an air fault. The common denominator on these is in the rocker cover there's a PCV valve. They fail, and again this one has, so that needs a rocker cover on it. Priced up, support the customer, just waiting to see if they want it done or not, you know. So that one's a rocker cover on, so we know what's happening with that. We know what's happening with the little Citroen and Saxo, the fine piece of French engineering. That is just, that'll be getting started on Friday. That'll be getting done on Friday. Jaguar's going to Jaguar tomorrow for it to be looked at by them. See if we can get to the bottom of that one. And the last one is a little Audi A1. So this one we picked it up last night with it just sounded horrible when it was running, but it's dropped in an injector. So we would do a few of them, and you know, again, we'll try to look after customers where we can. Luckily, we had a second-hand injector for it. We've put that in and it's fixed it. So we're going to do that, you know, just as a goodwill to the customer. Sometimes it's nice to give people back where we can. So yeah, that one's had the injector and that one's ready to go. Then are our vehicles over there, and the crafter van, which you know about, which has had the engine repair, etc. That's just been test driven, just to make sure it's okay. It's nearly ready to go back to the customer, but we had a little bit of an oil leak on it. Just a couple of little snags. And as I say a lot, we just making sure it's right before it goes back. But it's driving well. It actually pulls quite well. It just feels like it's done 180,000 miles, which it has. But it's getting test driven, and that one's good to go. So yeah, that's it. A little bit quiet this afternoon because, like I say, we've had a lot of cars picked up and a lot of cars already gone. And I think that's just about it for today. So yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad the weather's changed, because I tell you, it was absolutely hosing down earlier on. Would have ruined my hair. What are you laughing at it?
See you guys back tomorrow.
What was the hair thing? I wasn't as soon as I said that. But no, seriously, thank you very much. Thanks again. Please, we're really enjoying this. Okay, like I say, we're one away from 52. It's been going for a year now. I joined later on, and I'm really enjoying it. I hope you are. You know, that's what it's all about. But just please remember, like, subscribe. Yeah, okay. Yeah, share. Yeah, okay. All of that. Yeah. Hang on a minute. Let's just. So let's come on now.
Oh man.
I know it. So let's have that from the top again. Okay. Hang on, I'll do the.
Okay. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget, the next giveaway is a Land Rover Discover 3. Don't miss out. Please.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't know what to do now. What do I do now?
Just turn the camera and give me back.
What? All right. Which way? That way? That way?
That way.
Right, okay. Thanks everybody. Okay. See you tomorrow.
Hi everybody. Right, okay, after I spoke to you this morning, well, we weren't short-staffed, we were no-staffed. So the same amount of staff came in that I thought there were, but it was just a lot going on. That's why I just fell down a mine shaft. Obviously I want to do as little work in the workshop as possible, and more in the office really. That is the aim of the game, but sometimes you've just got to get in the workshop and just get things done. You've got no choice. I'll run you through a couple of things that's happened today. So just pretty much last thing, we've got this VW camper van in. Sorry, it's not a camper, it is I think it's a combi. Or a shuttle, or whatever they're calling these days. Oh, actually no, it could be a camper, it's got a pop top. So this is just towed in by, well, we recovered actually from Corbridge. So there's just down the hole here, there's a gear linkage on top of the gearbox. That's all cracked, and all the splines are gone. So hopefully we can get one of them tomorrow, get that man back this way, because I'm pretty sure he's from Cornwall. Yeah, camper van. Take a little rock and roll bed. Pretty cool thing. What else have we done? G-Wagon's made a return. So just in for a couple of final things. It's more stripped down now than it ever was, to be honest with you. So the speedo's out because there's a live missing that goes from the light switch just to the dash lights. So at night time you can't see any of the dash lights. So that needs doing. I think the reverse lights don't work and it needs a service, just the oil change. And there's a little leak off the copper washer from the sump. Disco 4, this is the one that is, I think it's for sale or just being sold. Private plates now off. This is in because the sort of sat nav navigation stopped working. So basically that screen there does exactly that. So it's supposed to do that, it's supposed to go to the Land Rover screen, and then when you turn the ignition on, that's supposed to go to sort of whatever menu you left on last. So that's normally the radio or the nav or whatever, but that screen unfortunately isn't doing anything at all. So it doesn't matter if you push the buttons, anything, it's all just gone a bit static. So if anybody knows what that fault is, give us a call, save us just digging through the car for no reason. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it one day. And then we've also got, it's nice and quiet actually because it's, I don't know if you can see that clock over there, just, oh, there. It's actually 9:10. That's in the PM. So Ford Ranger, this just had new disc pads on the front. Unfortunately this needs 4 glow plugs, so we need to take the inlet manifold off. That'll be getting done tomorrow. Also you'll probably just be able to see new rear leaf spring there. What else do we do? Oil service and a new flexi actually. So I won't bother lifting up and showing you the new flexi, but the old flexi is just here. So you can see just there, that's where it's split. It's actually, so what's happening was, it had a diag light on because this is being split. Hot gas has been coming out. It's actually burned through a temperature sensor for the DPF, so we've got that one sorted. This Astra, Astra even. This here is in for a rotor cover, so that was in for tomorrow, but I've actually just, as you can see there, I've quickly just lashed that off. It's a bit dark around here, I'm going to turn all the lights off. That's the old one, so basically there's that little valve there. So that's breeze crankcase pressure, so that's a PCV. So that valve was faulty. You can see all the new shiny bolts that come with it. So I've just done that tonight before I went home. And then we've also got this Citroen machine that we've been talking about. 02 plate Saxo VTR. This is in for a few things, basically like a recommission. So they don't want to really drive it because they don't know if it's had a time belt or anything. Rear shock seized, needs a service. Brakes I believe need doing, and a couple of little jobs in the interior. So we'll get through a few of them jobs hopefully tomorrow, because tomorrow there's literally only 2 people in the workshop and unfortunately I am one of them. Big Daphne is put away for the night. And then we've got the Range Rover Vogue. So this is a, I think this is an 18 plate Vogue I believe. Nice 23-inch overfinish wheels there. So this is in for a rear crossover pipe, which is across the back of the engine. So basically on the back of the V from here to here, but unfortunately it's not as close as that, it's actually right down the back of the engine. So you get some from the top and some from the bottom. We've done a crossover pipe and we've also done a new dry shaft. So there's your whole dry shaft there. Let's have a quick look at this. So, there's your old shaft. That's it there. That's had a bit of a leak for a while. That boot, I think, has been leaking. You can see the little split there, and it's all grubby around here. I mean, that shouldn't be like that. So basically, that had a click when you were driving. Don't know if you can hear it there. So anyway, new drive shaft. So that was on this side here. So new drive shaft's all in. Obviously wheel back on. Top end's all built up. This is just ready to start. I haven't actually started yet, but I did finish it off today. But unfortunately, it was Andy who stripped it, so you know, following on from somebody's job sometimes a little bit of a nightmare. I'll show you how late it is. There's the bomb site of an office there. Staff canteen. Nobody. Not a thing. This is reception, absolutely pitch black. Hopefully I don't fall over. And hopefully the camera will do a little bit of work outside because it doesn't do the best in the dark. So, got the yellow Peril. Taking me home tonight. This ML, and I think that plate is supposed to be MLLLLL. This has just been recovered in as well. This has got the one of the brake pipes is burst, so obviously that health check out, make sure the rest of them are okay. Team Valley Taxi, and then that's the Mazda, had the twin turbo set up. And then over here, look at the car park. This is how it should look every night. So someone's beeping. That was Audi S3. We've just had that in for a little water leak, so we'll replace the pipe. This one's in, gonna get a new timing chain. This one needs a little health check. And then I believe that one there is in for a height sensor check. It's a little bit too high, that is. So that is definitely all we've got for you tonight. Hopefully we'll get a bit more tomorrow and I won't look like I've just fell down a mine. Goodbye. Cheers.
There it is. There's the stamp. Yeah.
Oh.
We used to do a clapboard, now we do a stamp board. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coughs.
Why don't you do clap when you go, Is that only Chinese people clap?
I don't know. I'll tell you more.
Paul, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
I'll tell you what it is. I hope he finishes this soon. He started when he was 18. He'll be training at 65.
It's a classic now.
It's only a couple of months around the corner.
It was a new model when it started.
Oh, yeah.
So what are you doing, Paul? Tell us more.
Wiring the new heater motor in.
Ah,
I see.
how's the dashboard's light treating you?
Fine, the lamps are here now.
Oh,
Superb.
yes. Come on.
Jeb's a classic, isn't it?
It is a classic vehicle.
Jeb's
This.
just a classic vehicle.
It reminds me of some Russian gangster you see on the telly. Now with the black windows with a horrible colour. That's it.
Come on up.
I actually don't mind that colour.
Russian gangster.
Yeah.
Now you see it drive past with the Kalashnikov out the window.
Yeah.
That's it.
Rodders at the
Rodders at the wheel.
Rodders at the helm. Oh, there's Andy getting his daily substance.
Right, so this one here and that one there are in for what, Gary?
I tell you what it is. We could call it Manifold Monday. And under here we have
Oil cap
the
off, Gary.
infamous. We have the infamous.
What is wrong?
What is wrong? Shall we see? Come with me. Oh dear. Oh, what above? Look at that.
I think it's that one
Yeah,
there, mate.
it's that one, yeah. They're both the same side. No, two right hands gone.
Oh my god.
Strange, isn't it?
So, these inlet manifolds here, you must have seen us change them about 20 times before. So this one and that one, same engine, both in for this inlet manifold here. You can see by there's a like a oily residue on top of that one, and you can normally tell if they're original or not on this side because they've got that metal plaque line. They've normally got a little sticker on there. So this one's getting one, that one's getting one. Is that all they're getting?
Yeah, Manifold Monday.
Yeah,
Manifold Monday.
Manifold Mondays.
Good there.
So
I was thinking, how long? I've got another one. I'll save that one for later.
So both these getting manifolds on Monday. Good job for Andy. He can get both of them blasted off.
Yeah.
Might try and get them a little bit of prep done. Get the viscous fan, having a couple of things off from, just from, so it's a bit quicker. So what else have we got? Another disco over here, which is not even being touched.
No.
This is the end of the day on a Friday, so it's quiet. Let's have a look. So that disco 4 was in for the second half, not working properly. This one was in for the top of the turret on the gearbox. I explained it last night. That's basically the splines are stripped. Can't get one. Are they a back order?
So you used to be able to get a kit, but you go back to get them separates now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 5 or 6 bits. One of them we can't get, but I'm hoping it's not the bit that we need. It looks like the collar for the other bit for the weight. So, but we'll wait till everybody comes on Monday, see what we've got, and then we'll have to take it from there.
Hopefully, I don't, because this customer actually lives Portsmouth. He lives miles away anyway.
Okay. We'll do a couple of bike services on the bikes, whether on the back
on
as
the
well,
pedal bikes.
and the wheelie bikes as well.
This range was in yesterday. I think we went through it yesterday anyway. It's had the rear spring, front disc and pads. The flexi was blown, oil change, and it's literally just getting the manifold back on because it's just had 4
glow plugs.
Glue plugs.
Glue. That when Ken's getting a gluing report fitting them.
Gluing report.
That was the one I had in my pocket. This is Gary's favourite car. This is in for. Well, Gary said it was in for rear shockers. French engineering.
Still want rear shockers, Gary?
No, not anymore.
No.
No.
What does it want?
Yeah, it's well, it wants a little bit more than that. However, I was quite surprised that you can get a rear axle for these now, complete rear axle, for about £300, which
bargain.
Is bargain.
Absolute bargain, especially since we're not paying for it.
Yes, I love it. Yeah, but the bearings have seized on the. So if you come in, Ed, yeah, if I can keep you in.
Come on down, contestant number 2.
Oh, yeah, okay. So torsion bar set up on the back of these. You've got 2 torsion bars, and that one runs through the middle, which is in effect an anti-roll bar. And then these here, they operate on a bearing around the tube of the axle. That's all seized up. It's either shockers or axle tubes on these. The giveaway with them normally is that when the back axle go, the bearings fail, but you tend to find on the tyres just rub off. You know, they're like racing slicks, like a quarter of weight across the tyre. But it was fairly upright, so, but anyway, it's getting actually.
Time belt's done, water pump's done. I think it's had an oil change, spark plugs.
Air filter.
Air filter done. So, service-wise all done.
Yeah.
Just needs the, well, it was, like I say, it was back shot as well, estimated for, but now it's a back axle. So, get the back axle sorted. That's going to be, where is it? Next week something?
Tuesday. It's coming Tuesday.
Yeah, back axle on Tuesday.
Yeah. Then after that, there's just the gearbox oil change to do. The fuel filter to go on it. But the fuel filter is next to the tank on these. So we'll do that when we do the back axle. Yeah.
Oof, water pump's seen better days.
Yeah.
Ugh. And it's extremely noisy.
Yeah. We had to use an Andy joystick bar to get that out. It was that tight. Yeah.
It's not original, that time belt kit, but it's obviously the car's pretty old.
Yeah.
What else we got, Gary?
I think, and that's just been just pulled in on, is it? And that is pretty much it in here for today.
Who's that over there in the workshop? Who's that tall, handsome chap in the workshop?
Oh, look at that.
What do you do, mate?
We've got a celebrity in our midst.
Are you a mechanic? You want a job?
Yes. Look.
What's happening?
There's Michael acting all shy.
You should tell us about the show.
I've got a show on next week called the Straightener Show.
What is it?
It's July 29th at the Walker Dome. Just trying to see who the hottest in the area is, really.
Well,
after myself.
Jimmy on the front desk, you've seen him a million times. He's fighting on the Straighter show, so he's fighting a guy called Deathwish. What's his name?
Paul Hartley.
Paul Hartley's called.
Jimmy's fighting Paul Hartley.
So they're fighting bare knuckle MMA. You heard it here first. Is there 15 fights?
17. We've even got a 2-on-2 fight as well.
Awesome.
So 2 people versus 2 people.
What's your YouTube page?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well,
Oh,
I'll tell you what we'll do.
I do. The raw, honest truth.
There you go. Get on that page there, subscribe, like, share, all the same stuff you do for us. Do for him. You can see some good crack on there. Very, very different to this channel. But
it's a very honest channel.
It's a very, very honest channel. And
Honest.
if you want somebody to tell you the honest truth, then you should ask him a question and he'll go and find you the answer and give you the honest truth. So make sure you go, if you are local in the area, go on the Straightener, which is on Facebook. You can buy tickets or you can email here, ring the garage, whatever. Jimmy will sort your tickets out. And hopefully we'll see you there. And you'll definitely see him on our channel again, and you'll see him on his channel. Remember, the raw, honest truth. All I need to do for our channel is same as his, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're on 15,500 subscribers now, and at 25,000 we're going to give away that Disco 3 Land Rover, which has had zero preparation yet, but we'll definitely get it done before. Parts have been there for quite a while. But that's us for this week, isn't it?
That's us.
Can't wait to see you. See you next week. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.
Thanks everybody.